Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Spartan.
And I'm Pudgey.
We are back watching Legend of Korra, Book 3, Episode 6. So probably the most intriguing part of last episode was the mystery airbender who was connected to Zahir somehow.
Yeah. Who claimed to be... Oh, well, he didn't claim anything.
No.
Kaya did.
But even then, that's just our interpretation.
Yeah.
We're still stuck on that.
Yeah.
It's Kaya just said Zahir. I'm assuming in a way maybe could be linked to him, or just saying that Zahir's behind this plot kind of thing. And we've gone on so many different confusing tangents about what could happen. We're a bit confused, guys, being honest. But we are thinking it's either someone working for Zahir, which seems the more probable of the two, or that Zahir can somehow shapeshift, which doesn't seem...
Yeah, that's what your theory was, but I don't necessarily think
Well, because I'm telling you, that's not how Zahir looked at all. So if that to be Zahir, he would have had to take another person's body or something.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably a little too brutal for Korra stats, I think.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, you did have airbending children abducted and enslaved, turned into warriors, so...
True, that's true. Yeah, fair enough.
There's plenty. We also got to meet Lynn's sister.
Yeah, and find out more about her life.
Nephews, just everyone, her family.
Yeah.
Which was really cool. And yeah, find out more about their life as well.
But we still haven't delved into the history of what actually happened between, her sister and herself. I guess they were fighting for their mother's attention, but I don't necessarily know how, her sister tore the family apart, because she didn't say that she didn't do that. Do you know what I mean? She didn't.
I think Lynn, they're both just hurt by Toph, it sounds like. Toph maybe wasn't the best mother or the most present, and they took that disappointment they felt from their mother out on each other. Yeah. Because they also mentioned, like, none of us turned out to be what mother wanted kind of thing. So, I don't know.
And they were all just trying really hard to, what it seems, be in the shadow of Toph and just trying to make her proud. And I guess she was never really around to take note or take an interest.
It was emotional. We saw Lynn crying at the end as well, after she was pretty rude to her niece. But we know Lynn by now, and it was understandable that she puts on the hard-ass kind of exterior. Yeah. But there is a lot of pain beneath the surface of that. And I really enjoyed seeing a little bit more of emotional side to Lynn, because last season I felt she was a bit bland, a bit boring. I enjoyed her in season 1 a lot, and I'm enjoying her in this season as well, just getting more emotional depth to her and understanding her life and her character a bit better.
Yeah. I think it's a great time to start exploring her. I mean, we got to explore Tenzin and Bumi last season, and I think now it's Kaya, at least for a little bit so far, and Lynn's turn. So it's good that throughout the seasons we're changing up the cast a little bit, even though we know them. We're getting to know them even deeper.
Thank you to all of our Patreon supporters. If you do want to join the Spartan Pudgey family over there, or you want to get early access to several episodes ahead, all the uncut reactions, we'll leave a link in our description. If you're watching over on YouTube and you enjoyed today's reaction, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for more, and let us know in the comments down below what you thought of this episode.
All right, let's go.
All set for your power disc game today, guys?
Yeah, all set to kick Wei's butt. I'm gonna power disc your face. You should come play with us.
Oh, I don't think I'd be much competition since I can't metal bend.
Really? Lynn never offered to train you?
Nope.
Yeah, true. She should know, shouldn't she?
That'd be epic if she could metal bend.
I'd be happy to show you the basics.
Really? That would be great.
Yeah, we never really saw an Avatar learn the derivatives of bending.
I'm more of an earth guy. The dirt, rocks, maybe some light gravel. That's kind of where my heart is.
Okay, Earth guy. Well, let me know if you change your mind.
Oh, it'd be great if Berlin learned.
That'd be awesome. Level him up.
Magnets with Varric?
Oh my god, of course.
Julie, mark it down. Magnet suit test successful. Power down.
Oh my god.
On to phase 2. Julie cleans up this mess.
Dude, Julie has a terrible job.
I know, probably one of the worst.
Is everything all right here?
The Avatar is in danger, and these two knuckleheads are just standing around chit-chatting.
Don't worry. Zaofu is the most secure city in the world.
Somehow I think those four can break in.
Lin, you do not have to work while you are here. You need to relax.
I'm fine. Ugh.
What's happening to her?
You are under a dangerous amount of stress. If you don't deal with your repressed feelings, there will be severe consequences to your health.
Here we go. This is going to be interesting.
I know a great acupuncturist in town who will be able to help you.
Would recommend.
Interesting. So her body's stress is taking his soul.
Seems like you made quite a stir on Air Temple Island. The cops are swarming the city looking for us.
It is him.
Hang on.
No, he'll have to wait. We leave today.
So he's shaved his head and
Yeah,
beard?
that's
That's what
what
it looks
I
like?
thought.
That's weird.
He's got a
dude.
new look.
So it actually was that here. What the hell? Oh, that's pretty cool. Metal bending acupuncture.
There's nothing to be scared about.
I'm not afraid of needles.
Please, close your eyes.
Even on the table, she's so uptight.
Please tell me if you feel any pain or pressure.
Wow.
I can't feel a thing.
That's unusual. Your chi must be powerfully blocked. We're going to need more needles.
Oh my god, she's going to be covered in them.
She's like the ultimate blocked out.
These memories can sometimes be difficult to process.
Buried memories.
Oh my god, we get to see them.
You're supposed to be in school.
Oh no, are you gonna tell Mom?
So she's younger.
What are you doing hanging out with these losers?
They're my friends, and you have no right to call them that. Come on, guys, let's get out of here.
Sue, stop!
Get your hands off of me!
You have so much potential. You're ruining your life.
At least I have a life.
So she's trying to mother Sue and take Toph's role over, I guess.
Damn, there's a needle in her freaking forehead. Like, is that even a thing?
Yeah, I've had that before.
That's amazing.
Here, try it.
Okay.
Come on. Berlin wants to learn.
So why is Berlin's like shy about it?
Oh, hey ladies. I was just looking for Pabu. Pabu!
He's on your shoulder.
Oh my god, nice try.
Want to give it a shot?
Nah, it's okay. I mean, only like one earthbender in 100 can metal bend.
Oh, he doesn't want to fail. I'm intrigued to see if Korra can do it. She's doing something.
Okay, she's got something.
That's pretty good.
Guess you're that 1 in 100.
I think he's tried before and not been successful.
Potentially.
Calling all units. Robbery reported on the corner of 5th and Harbor. Suspect's vehicle headed south on Howell Boulevard.
Tell me it's her sister. Wow, you can tell she's always taken this job so seriously.
Leave them alone.
Damn.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, shit.
Wait! Leaving in the middle of a session could make you sick.
I'm done here.
Oh my god.
Are
They're
they
all in
eating
his head.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Are you gonna stay in your room feeling sorry for yourself all day? You owe Opal an apology for the way
You treated her last night.
Wow, she's really seeing things now.
Holy shit. Lynn's going through like a Zuko transformation. You know, he was sick too.
What did you do to me?
I tried to warn you. Come with me. Let's go finish the session.
Oh shit, we get more memories. I'm liking this.
Pop those needles back in.
So you're robbing stores with the Terra Triad now?
I didn't steal anything. I just drove the car. I owed my friends a favor. It's not a big deal.
I'm not letting you get away with this.
Oh, what are you going to do, officer? Arrest me?
No way. I reckon she will.
Maybe she did. Yeah, she pushed her luck. That's how she got her scar. I was wondering if they were going to get that.
Oh, shit.
I was wondering if we're going to get to learn that.
Interesting.
They kept showing her scar side as well every time the sisters were talking.
Mm-hmm.
You all right?
Yeah, just a little tired. One more pickup, then I'm clocking out.
I thought you said you had a delivery.
Did I?
Check the truck.
Just step out of the vehicle and open the back of the truck.
Come on, come on, come on.
Hey, get back here!
Oh, they're all screwed.
I know.
Let's get out of here.
Damn it. Not so safe after all, hey. Oh my god.
Oh, shit. Found its way to Republic City again.
Is this Republic City?
Looks like it.
No,
The bridge.
Oh, maybe.
The bridge where Korra saved that airbender. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it does look like that, doesn't it?
I don't know. Maybe it isn't. I'm not sure.
I like that he's trying at least.
Yeah, these are just too forceful.
Hey, Bolin.
Opal! Oh, wow. You really know how to sneak up on someone.
What are you doing?
Oh, nothing, you know, just thinking about my body and mustaches that I might have.
What are you talking about?
I've been trying to metal bend, and I can't figure it out.
Opal will teach her.
This isn't the first time I've tried. I mean, I've been wanting to metal bend ever since I heard about Toph. Your grandmother is my biggest hero.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Just go train with her. Stop being so scared.
You know what? Maybe I am scared, but what about you? I know that you want to go to the Northern Air Temple to train with Tenzin, but you haven't done it because you're afraid too.
Oh, they're good for each other, pushing each other to be better.
I don't want to leave my family and disappoint my mom.
The very feelings that her mum felt.
Supporting each other.
A healthy relationship. Something he's never had before.
These shows barely had that.
Yeah, I know.
You two have put me in an impossible position.
You're mad at me? She's the one who was running around with criminals.
This is all your fault.
I was doing my job.
All right, enough! Here's what we're going to do. Sue, you need to leave the city as soon as possible.
What the hell?
Oh, shit.
You'll go stay with your grandparents. Lynn, give me the arrest report.
Mom, what are you doing? You can't cover this up.
Oh, shit.
So once again, Sue gets to do whatever she wants, and there are no consequences.
Yeah, she feels like she gets in the middle of everything. Damn.
There's a lot of conflict there.
I don't need to rest. I need to do something I should have done a long time ago.
Oh, damn. Face off with her sister, potentially? They've got a lot to talk about.
I'd like to try to learn metal bending. I mean, I'm sure you have a waiting list or something, like a couple years, so...
Let's get started.
Oh, okay. Right to it.
I think Lynn is mad about something.
You don't say.
It's time we talk.
She looks like she's ready for more than just talking.
When we were in Mom's office that day, you could have taken responsibility for what you did. But instead you stayed quiet and let Mom throw her whole career away.
Oh, wow.
So she blames her for that.
Mom and I already talked about this years ago and worked things out. If you had gotten together with us like we'd asked, you would know that I'm a different person now.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so they've covered it all.
Maybe you can fool everyone else, but you can't fool me. I see right through you.
She's really holding a lot of resentment.
You're still a bitter loner who only cares about herself. No wonder Tenzin ended things with you years ago.
Oh, shit.
That hit a nerve.
I guess this is how it's going to be.
Dude, Lin got destroyed. Is this actually happening?
Holy shit. They're both weapons.
Yeah, of course. They're Toph's daughters.
You don't have any siblings. Fighting is all part of the healing process.
Fair enough.
Dude, I love these. They're just sending it.
Oh, no way. Oh, he's not happy about that.
Actually, it looks kind of better now.
That is so random.
This is awesome. Metal Bender vs. Metal Bender.
Oh, that is so cool.
Lin's losing, but she's
Not
probably
feeling well.
Yeah.
Got it out of your system? Not quite yet.
Damn, she's ready for round 2 already.
What are you two doing? You're sisters. Why would you want to hurt each other?
Oh shit, she's coming.
I like it. Oh shit.
Damn, dude, that was intense.
I know, far out.
Oh, no, not me. You're the Avatar. Why can't you do it?
I can.
Everyone's scared of Lin.
I'll do it.
Oh, big bad
Damn,
Marco.
You've been sleeping for 16 hours. We just wanted to make sure that you're okay.
Damn, I need to sleep for 16 hours.
Good morning.
What?
What? You telling me she got everything out of her system and she's just renewed?
What just happened?
Please, sit down. I want to talk to you.
Her voice even sounds different. It's like less grunty.
Yeah.
Your mother and I have a complicated relationship, and
It's probably difficult for you to be here.
She's very empathetic and understanding.
I think it would be a wonderful opportunity for you to train with the other airbenders at the Northern Air Temple.
There's a part of me that wants to go, but I don't want to upset my mom.
Oh, Lin knows all about that.
I became a police chief because I thought it would make her happy, but it didn't. You need to make decisions based on what you want. Don't make the same mistakes I did.
That's such great
good
advice.
counsel, yeah.
Yeah. Lin needed someone like that in her life.
I want her to do what makes her happy. Mom gave us too much freedom, but I feel like I've made the mistake of giving Opal too little.
It's always that overcompensation.
I'm sorry I gave you such a hard time when we were younger. I can't imagine what my life would have been like if Mom hadn't sent me away, if I had stayed in the city.
You'd probably be in prison.
Yeah, probably. It's probably the best thing for their lives.
I'd love for you to be a part of my life again. There's plenty of space for you in the house, and the kids would love having their aunt around.
She can't stay.
Yeah.
How about for now, I just promise not to show up at your house and attack you again. Deal.
Okay.
Alright. Lin
So
smiling.
simple.
Some progress.
Yeah.
We should have grabbed one of those cops. Maybe they know something about where the Avatar is hiding.
She could be anywhere.
We'll find her. It's just a matter of time.
Oh no.
She's with the Metal Clan.
How? How does
hell?
he know this?
Is he using that move that Aang used? You know when he can sense in the earth? You know Aang's power upper? Remember when Aang was at where the Swamp Thing episode and they went to that big tree and he learnt to connect with the earth through his feet to see the way Toph sees almost, and then he could see where everyone was. Maybe, look, that was more
But does that mean, but don't they have to be like close by or just...
I don't know if it's the same move. I'm just saying perhaps he was meditating, but he tapped into a similar spiritual connection and sensed where they were. I don't know.
But it is interesting because Kaya was right. So obviously that is the here. And
I feel kind of stupid. I was really confident that it wasn't him.
I don't know why. I thought it was, but then I don't like...
Because he just looked so different. Like,
Yeah.
I really want to look up a photo. I don't want to get spoiled right now, but when we saw him with his beard and hair, obviously his head looked very rounded. His beard made his jaw look narrow. So here they made him look a lot bulkier and more boxed, even with his head having more dints and stuff. So I just thought, no, they look way too different. Obviously, you could go with it saying he got rid of his hair, but it just looked so different. And his voice did appear deeper, but then when he started talking later, I'm like, okay. So I don't know. It was that they threw me off.
So my point was that Kaya was right in the fact that he did know so much about airbending, even though he just became an airbender. So he must, I don't know, even now, like seeing him meditate, he seems quite knowledgeable about a lot of things.
Well, remember when we met him in the beginning, he'd already was quoting some things from airbenders, and I can't remember exactly what he said, but he just seems very knowledgeable, and it's almost like it was meant to be. I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably why he thinks his mission, I guess, is so just. Now, like, you know, the fates have answered his calls in a way, and...
Maybe that's why he shaved his head and his beard to become, well, I mean, you can have a beard, but the head shaving in particular was sort of to become like an air nomad. He's really trying to embody and represent what it is at its core.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So here's an intriguing one. I mean, the whole group we haven't really gotten a lot of information on them as of yet. We just know that he's got his new look, so that sort of confused me last episode. People must be losing their shit, but now you guys can rest assured I know who he is. And yeah, I mean, we've got some 4 strong benders here.
I know, and we're only seeing like glimpses of them, so it's definitely going to be very drawn out. And it's just so eerie whenever they're on screen. I mean, they can intimidate anyone into doing absolutely anything. And the reason why they can do that is because they're so damn strong, especially together.
Yeah, well, I like how they're leveling up Korra's team to be able to take on this threat.
Yeah, learning metal bending.
So Korra's the first ever avatar to learn metal bending.
Yep.
Which I think is pretty awesome. Bolin is also learning metal bending. He's just about to start, but, you know, I'm assuming he'll get it.
Yeah.
Which is just going to make them a little bit more formidable when they do come on Taser here. They're going to have, just more abilities, and they have gone through a bit of training, which I always love in any show when our characters go through some training and level up. And we haven't really seen that from anyone other than Korra so far. Mako and Bolin have just sort of been there. Like, even Asami, they've just sort of gotten stronger as per experience, maybe a bit better equipment, but they're not
Asami's was really the equipment in particular. Whereas, Bolin and Marco, not so much.
There's been no training or nothing new. Just as they've gotten more experience, they've just been able to bend. That's it.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting the way they kind of, I guess, Lynn's background with her and her sister and Toph. I thought it was going to be a little bit deeper than that.
Agree with that, yeah.
I thought we were going to, I don't know, there was more to the squabble. I get it. They both wanted to make their mum proud. In doing so, you know, Lynn's getting told off. Her sister's being sent away. It did split the family apart.
And Lynn sort of blamed maybe her sister for not having, maybe for not getting mum's approval, not having that much time with her, because obviously she joined the force to be with her mum, make her proud. Then her mum quit a year later and probably felt like a massive, just like, you know, robbery of the time they could have spent.
Look, so I do see, like, now that we've kind of, I don't know, summarized it, I do see the depths there and the conflict.
But it was a bit straightforward. Like, it was good. It wasn't amazing. Like, I do resonate with the idea of maybe wanting a little bit more out of that backstory, a little bit more depth. It was quite straightforward, and Lynn's sister was like, okay, cool, she's a bit of a rebel and she got banished, and it was very straightforward, which I guess they're just trying to fit it in. But yeah, I agree with you.
She does seem a lot more like Sue right now. Like, she's very calm and just level-headed at this point, whereas we've usually seen Lynn quite like grunty and just very on edge all the time. So maybe the acupuncture did help.
Yeah, and I think just letting it all out. Obviously, we saw that epic battle between the two sisters. That was quite nice.
Yeah.
It resulted in Lynn sort of fainting, and then she was okay. This show does sort of, I guess it throws me off guard because I'm so used to anime where things are very, very flushed out, arguably too much sometimes.
Yeah.
And Korra's the opposite, where it's just sort of like, yeah, cool, that happened. And it just skims past it, and you're sort of meant to read between the lines. So I was expecting maybe a little bit more, and Lynn was just all good with it at the end. But I guess the point of it was that she got through her stresses, she let it out, and her body could heal. That was her repressed rage, not talking about it, trying to escape from it, and obviously being in close contact with it, I think, resurfaced it.
Yeah.
She had to let that out to be able to just function normally again.
Yeah, which was actually really nice to see. Hopefully we're going to get a bit more of a dynamic take on Lynn. Now that Lynn has kind of opened up, it will be really nice to explore different relationships that she's kind of had before.
Just keep going. Guys, I've got the giggles. Just Pudgey, keep going.
Even when Sue jabbed about Tenzin, maybe we get to like revisit that with Tenzin and Lynn.
Maybe.
And get to, you know, just close that chapter off. I feel like it was kind of left there in the previous seasons. I think it was season 1, book 1.
Yeah, they touched on that a little bit and then just left it.
I guess what I'm trying to say is just revisiting those relationships that she's had in the past and why she's been so pent up with anger and frustration and resentment. Now that she's able to slowly let that go, it'll be nice to see how those interactions go.
Guys, we hope you've enjoyed our reaction to this episode. If you did, don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for more, and let us know in the comments down below what you thought of this episode. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you guys on our next reaction.
See you guys.